What's up, y'all? Real good here. And I'm feeling sad and confused about why I'm feeling sad. I've had an amazing weekend, an amazing week, including making new friends, dances, pool parties, fun games, including a game where you stand on one leg and try to pick up a paper bag with your mouth off the floor. And all kinds of other goodness and connections, jamming, rapping, river dips, slack lines, and acro, and all kinds of things. So what's the deal? Why am I feeling sad? Somehow, despite all of the friend time and the inclusion and the events, I'm still managing to feel somehow not belonging, somehow left out. Even when people reach out, include me, come over to me, pull me in, welcome me, I'm still somehow managing to feel something like left out, non-belonging, not good enough. Somehow there's some self-isolating energy, and it's confusing me. This is a perfect time for us to practice our uncovery together. We'll go ahead and start with 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can go ahead and start that now. And releasing through the mouth. And I'll start talking to you about recovery to remind you what it is. With uncovery, what we're going to do is we're going to check in with what's alive for us in the present moment, in our bodies, somatically, noticing the feelings. And only once we've gotten in touch with the feeling are we going to begin to open up our mind with a little bit of curiosity to hear what's the story, what's really going on. Maybe I shouldn't say what's really going on. What's the story that we're telling that comes with that emotion? It's the emotion, the feeling is really happening. The story is some sort of projection. And sometimes we sort of oscillate back and forth between that of noticing the feeling and then a little bit of story. As we keep sitting with that feeling and that little bit of story, things shift and change. We might find a different feeling. Something might unfold and reveal itself. And like, oh, I noticed it's actually this. So, let me pull over here for a second and let's get into this. I notice a lingering sadness and still fixating on the woman who had the random projected meltdown, abused me for 12 hours and abandoned me out of nowhere, and then just cut complete communication. I still feel confused, sad. Earlier I felt anger. I feel a sadness. Like I cared for this person, and I feel confused. I feel a little bit worried, a little bit like my trust is damaged. Like it's a little bit scarier now to care about people. Yeah, maybe that wound makes it a little bit scarier to care about people. So even when I'm with people and around people now, I'm still feeling a little bit traumatized from this really random meltdown from this woman. All right, deeper. What's really going on? I feel scared. I feel helpless. I feel lost. I feel alone. I feel scared about recent realizations about my mother. Sad. Scared to lose that connection. Scared that it's the same as the pattern with some of these women, that I need to play into these codependent sort of enmeshed patterns to be allowed into their love. Notice a little bit of courage and faith to step out on my own in what I know to be a healthy relationship and to not allow codependent dynamics, to not allow abuse, even if it's coming from a close family member. Feel sadness. The loss of this person almost feels like a breakup, almost like, oh, I need time to heal again. What? We just started hanging out, you know? But I did lose someone that I cared for. Yeah, it seems way more about this than about the belonging. I feel sad because I lost someone that I care about. I wonder if we can go any deeper. I do notice I make up that they're suffering, that they're trapped. I feel badly for them. Even if they're not feeling badly. I feel badly for them, their world, the patterns that they're perpetuating, you know, the next person that they might treat that way. And how scared, my gosh, like, I'm really trying to relate. Like, what could this person possibly have projected onto me? I don't know. I make up that there's so much trauma there. I feel sad for that. There's a lot of mourning and like layers of mourning, and I project on their loneliness and their fear and their sadness and their inability to have healthy intimacy. And I project imagining that they've hurt and they're going to hurt others, and I project that that's coming from their own hurt, and I don't want to abandon myself. I'm here feeling sadness, and I feel that. And with or without all these friends and family and joy around, I think it's important for me to be here for myself and to feel this and to go into this process and have space and compassion and be with this. And however that works, I can recognize, little Jeffrey, cared. Empathy, compassion, like, yeah, it can hurt sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to be with this for the rest of the night. So I encourage you in this work, when you're going through things, to leave behind some of the mental gymnastics and really just lean into the emotion and feel what's going on. Try this uncovery process where you notice what's maybe hidden behind the initial layers of feelings and stories, what comes up when we stop and sit with ourselves for a little while. And then be with that. Have empathy and compassion for ourselves. And be with that. So now that I'm at this layer that feels underneath the story that we started with, we started with the story that I'm feeling sad and confused and left out and non-belonging, even though I'm amongst all of these friends and inclusion. It's like, oh, I'm actually feeling sad still about this other situation with this woman who had this meltdown. I don't want to get lost in caring about her and projections about her. She's gone. We don't have communication. I have no idea what she's up to. I am feeling sadness. I am here available to be with myself and care for myself. I encourage you to lean into whatever's going on for you. Find space for yourself. Listen to yourself, especially the somatics, the feeling side. Go in with curiosity. And then notice things unfold. What's actually underneath that? What are you up to? What's really going on? What are you pretending not to know? What's real? And then be good with yourself and do this work. Yeah, If you're feeling things, if you're getting value out of this, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to support this project, please run over to patreon.com/realgoodlife and go ahead and donate, even just $1 a month. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. This has been real good. I'm going to stay with these feels for the rest of the night. Take care of myself. I encourage you to do the same for yourself. And if you're having a really hard time, reach out in the comments. I'll see y'all again real soon. Good night.